And welcome back to Reactioncast. It's your host, Jesus, aka Tyrant Dominus, here to give you another movie review. This time around, we're going to be talking about The Adam Project, the Netflix original movie, starring, why can't I think of his name? Ryan Reynolds and Walker Scobell as the young Adams. Basically, this is one of those films. The synopsis is a time-traveling pilot teams up with his younger self and his late father to come to terms with his past while saving the future. So it's one of these time-traveling films. When I saw the trailer, it looked pretty interesting. It had some action. The main stars of this film is for sure Ryan Reynolds, who plays the older Adam, Walker Scobell, who plays the younger, and Mark Ruffalo, who plays the father. There are some other supporting roles as well that do a couple good roles, but it's mostly Ryan Reynolds and Walker Scobell, the Adams, basically, who take center stage in this movie. It's a very interesting movie. It was more than I thought I was gonna get from this film. When I saw the original trailer, it felt like it was gonna be one of these interesting action sci-fi films, and you kind of get it. It's very that, but to say that it has some campiness to it, that it works at some point, but it doesn't. And it has the same humor that Ryan Reynolds does. And for the most part, it works sometimes. But I don't know. It doesn't sometimes it doesn't click. I think it's too much in this film. I enjoy the humor that comes from some of the characters that Ryan Reynolds plays and the humor he delivers in films, but it just didn't click well in the Adam Project. The rest, some of the plot of the story itself is just a weird time fixing film, and the plot itself is pretty straightforward, straightforward, and then go back and fix, and straightforward and try to fix again. It's one of those films where it's a little bit convoluted, but you go with it for because it's time travel shenanigans, and it has more heart than I thought it was going to have. There's a lot more feels than I gave it for, because I was just thinking it was just gonna be a very intense film. A little in the beginning, for sure. The first couple acts, it just felt like I kind of knew what I was getting to, but it had a strong finish. Interesting sound score and music choice for this film. I don't know about the third act finale. I enjoyed the song that played, but I don't know if it worked well for it. I think it could have been a little bit more intense, but as far as the music / score. But overall, it was a very interesting film. Once again, Ryan Reynolds did a really good job, but it just was too much of the Ryan Reynolds character archetype to just feel for to be older Adam, and kind of the younger Adam, Walker Scobell, kind of mimicking that. And maybe just because of that, it just didn't feel well, and it made some of the other characters stand out a little bit more. I enjoyed some of the supporting cast, the antagonist, and some of the other characters, the mother figure. It kind of accentuated them a little bit more, and I did like their performances for what little they were on screen. I can nitpick some of the sci-fi stuff, the special effects. For the most part, you're getting a Netflix style film. It wasn't bad. It can get a little bit jarring sometimes depending on some of the green screen. You can tell for sure, okay. It has some fun, interesting choreography fights and stuff like that. Some fun humor, like I mentioned, but if you watch Ryan Reynolds films, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. For the most part, there's nothing more without getting into kind of the spoilers, because this is kind of one of those time traveling movies where if you kind of say a little too much, you're kind of going into spoiler territory. So the only thing I really want to say is like the film's fun. And if you have Netflix, and you have like, it's a little under like 2 hours, like an hour 45, I think. If you have that much time, you kind of want to see a very heartwarming sci-fi film. This is a reasonably good watch. If you're just looking for a little bit of action-packed, kind of background one, I don't know if this is really the type, because there's a lot going on and character development than you think. But some of the character development itself is kind of like rushed in a sense. You can kind of see it when a lot of interactions happening. There are moments when older Adam and younger Adam talk and like, okay, you're getting something, but it's just kind of rushed in some moments. But yeah, it's a very interesting film, more than I was expecting. Not what I was expecting on top of that too. So I'm gonna give this film, let me see here. It was a fun film. I enjoyed it. There's a lot of like weird moments that like it hits when you kind of really think about it. And there's some sequences and some scenes that are like, okay, sure. It wasn't a bad film either, you know. I'm gonna give this one, you know, it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. It's a good movie. I'm gonna give this one a solid 7 out of 10. It was a good movie, you know. For what it is, it's not bad. It's above average. It wasn't the best film, and would I rewatch it? Probably not immediately. Would I have it in the background? Maybe. If I was like, I don't know. It's not really a background film because there's a lot to kind of take in when watching this kind of film. But it's worth a good sit down watch. And yeah, it's kind of really it. 7 out of 10. If you watch The Adam Project, let me know what you thought. You can always let me know through the description on Spotify by answering the question, or you can leave me a message or tweet at me on Twitter at Tyrant Dominus, or post a comment under the Instagram post at Tyrant Dominus, or you can just follow me on TikTok at Tyrant Dominus. Tyrant Dominus all around. So, thanks again for listening. Until next time, see ya.